And welcome back, everyone. This is another episode of Dark Souls Remastered, and we've just returned to the Undead Asylum, the very first area in the game. But we're gonna notice that some things have changed around here. For one, there's a whole bunch of fire hollows. That's unusual. Now, we have come here a bit early. We are not fully prepared for this zone, statistically speaking. We will not be able to defeat the boss. I can tell you that much. But that's okay. We're just going to dip our toes in and get some cool items. Now, we do not want to step in the center of this room anymore. This is the room we fought the Asylum Demon in. And this is, believe it or not, the room by which we access the other boss of this area. But we're not going to do that right now because I choose life. Unfortunately, our shortcut that we opened the first time we came here is shut, so we're going to have to go through this the normal way. And get to our first bonfire. And we'll see, other than the fire hollows, one of the new enemies that has populated this zone. The Undead Asylum is now full of Black Knights. An enemy that we know how to defeat. Even though, for this point in the game, it would probably be too much for the average player. But I am no average player. I am a slightly above average player. So I can just do this. And we can defeat these guys and make our way through the zone. Oh, we got another shield. And a red Titanite chunk, which reinforces fire and chaos weapons. Neither of which we have. Nor do we have the ability to make one right now. But if we ever wanted one of those, we could upgrade it with that. I would have preferred a regular chunk, to be honest, but whatever. Oh! There's a familiar face. Remember what he said? It was a while ago, so I wouldn't blame you for forgetting, but he said, soon he will die and go hollow. And go hollow he has. The inevitable fate of all undead. To lose their identity, go insane, and kill anyone they meet. Once he was friendly to us, but now he's just another enemy. And you'll notice that even when we block his attacks, he does some damage to us. That's because that sword he's using. That's called the Astora Straight Sword. It does holy damage. In addition to regular damage, and our shield only blocks 100% of physical damage. There's the fat roll. That's something we haven't seen yet. That is the roll you get when you wear too much armor. Ouch. But for defeating him, we will get something handy. The Crest Shield. Now this was my favorite shield back in my PvP-ing days. We can't get that yet. We have to go around. Because there was a certain character build that people really liked using back in the day, which involves spamming a certain spell over and over and over again. Oh. Okay, this shortcut that we opened actually was open. I thought it was closed when you came back here. But that's okay, we needed to kill the Black Knight anyway for his cool items. We didn't end up getting anything good, but we could have. Might have gotten his sword. Or an upgrade material we could actually use. Or we didn't. But we could have. Now, the cool thing about the Crest Shield It is the shield of a nameless knight, likely a high-ranked knight of Astora. One of the enchanted blue shields. The crest shield greatly reduces magic damage. That's what it's handy for. It's a pretty good shield, just on its own. As you can see, it has stats that are below our Black Knight shield, but that are still pretty good. And it blocks a lot of magic damage. 80%. So I used that extensively. Of course, eventually the novelty of spamming that one spell over and over again kind of wore off. And then I didn't have to use it as much. But during the period in this game when the DLC released very early on, everybody was using that spell because it was brand new and it was very cheap. If you hadn't seen it before, it was very easy to get killed by it. But once people started figuring out how to get around it, it wasn't so overpowered anymore. Now, the whole purpose of coming up here was to get this item, the Rusted Iron Ring. This is the item we came here specifically to get. It doesn't sound very impressive, but this iron ring was used to shackle the guilty. It is terribly rusted and faintly stained with blood. Those who find this strange ring to their liking be pleased to find it easier to gain footing on poor ground, such as swamps. Meaning, in areas of high water, we can move at full speed. You'll notice there have been some areas where we've been in like knee-high water where we slow down significantly. That will no longer happen. We'll be able to move at full speed through those areas, which is really, really handy for the Blighttown, as you'll see coming up. Now, yeah, there we go. We can slide down these stairs. Ladders. I keep calling them stairs. See, this is one of those areas. Before, we would have been moving very slowly, but now we can move at full speed through them. For the moment, it'll be better to have our blue tier stone ring, though. And we have one more enemy to face. Another Black Knight. Come on. Let's see if I can perfect this one, too. Well, these guys are very imposing, and they do a lot of damage, and they're very scary and spooky. Their attack patterns are pretty predictable. And once you get the timing down, it is not that difficult to parry them. This is not the result of some great skill on my part, just a little bit of practice and muscle memory. If I can do this after a couple of years of not touching this game, you can too. Another red Titanite chunk. That is disappointing. We're probably not going to get a fire or a chaos weapon. Well, we may get one, but we're probably not going to use one. So that's not going to be useful for us. I would have preferred the regular Titanite chunks. But that's okay, because we get this item in our cell. The Peculiar Doll. I believe it counts as a key. A strange doll with a strange dress. There was once an abomination who had no place in this world. She clutched this doll tightly and eventually was drawn into a cold and lonely painted world. What the fuck does that mean? You'll find out later. For now, this does nothing. And if we take a little look to our right, who's that? It looks like the Asylum Demon, but it's a little bit different. That is the next boss of this area. And make no mistake, he may look like the Asylum Demon, but he is much tougher than the Asylum Demon ever was. We probably cannot defeat him right now. But that's okay. We will come back for him later. I promise you, I will not forget to come back here and fight him at some point. But we don't have what it takes at this time. He will kick our ass. You know, so we're just going to leave. We have gotten everything here that we needed to get. Defeated the Black Knights, got unlucky with the drops, but that's okay. We got extremely lucky with the first one, so I can't really complain. Getting the Black Knight shield is a crazy good benefit, so, you know. Although, there may be something we can do with those red Titanite chunks. I don't remember if there's anything for this, but there is a certain NPC here we have not interacted with yet. Because I almost fell off. I never really have a reason to. This little nest. Now, if I remember how this works right, and I may be confusing this with Dark Souls 2, which also has this nest, we can drop an item here, and another item may appear in its place. If I'm wrong, we'll just get our item back. Yeah. I don't remember how it works in this one. Maybe this is just an item that we can't do this with? I don't remember. I will look that up in between episodes on the wiki. And maybe revisit that later. For now, we'll just have to hold on to our red Titanite chunks. But, rest assured, that nest does do something. I just don't remember what it is right now. So for now, we'll just head back to Lordran. And we can skip this cutscene, we've seen it before. And we're back. Firelink Shrine. Now from here, we can't see anything new. But try to appreciate just how fucking enormous those walls are. Like that. See that? That's the bridge. Let me point it out to you. No, not... There we go. That is the bridge. With the, I think that may be the bridge with the dragon. Or maybe not. But this is a big fucking wall. One of the defining features of this game is the ability to see a lot of the areas that you're going to go to before you get to them. That wall, spoilers, is one of them. Or what's beyond that wall, rather. That horrible green fog down below, that's where Blighttown is. It's all connected. There's shortcuts everywhere. You can get anywhere from anywhere, practically. That's one of the things that makes the level design in Dark Souls so great. Just how interconnected the whole map is. It's not an open world game, but it feels like you can go anywhere because everywhere connects to everywhere else, it seems. Now, we're ready to head back to Blighttown. Or at least I think we're ready. We can upgrade our,
Oh, hello there. I'm pleased to see you safe, as always.
We can upgrade our Pyromancy Flame. We can do it one more time as well. Oh, actually, I want to buy that spell as well.
Goodbye then. Come back.
I should probably read these descriptions for these spells. Here we go. Fireball. Standard Pyromancy of the Great Swamp. Hurl a fireball. The fire damage caused by fireballs makes them effective against corporeal beasts and undead, who by nature fear flame. And combustion. It creates a powerful flame in the hand. One of the most basic pyromancies. For this reason, the flame thus created is fierce. Now, combustion isn't that great of a spell. You'll see it has twice as many uses as our fireball. But its big brother, Great Combustion, which is a spell we can get later, is much more powerful. It was one of the PvP mainstays back in the day, if you can believe it. Although it was largely supplanted by a different spell, which is an even more upgraded version of Combustion. Once the DLC came out. But we'll be seeing the DLC content much later. I'm not sure exactly when I intend to go access the DLC, because we can do it at any point after a certain event in the game. I'm not sure when exactly I will do that.
Oh, hello there. I'm pleased, as always.
4,000, that's what it was.
Goodbye, then.
Alright, one more of those soul items. I'd like to get our Pyromancy Flame up to +5. Is it +5 that we need to get it to? I'm thinking ahead a bit. For something that we can encounter in Blighttown, if certain conditions are met.
I'm pleased to see you, as always.
But the problem is I don't remember the exact. Can he upgrade us to +6? I think he can. Yeah.
Goodbye, then. Come.
So to get the encounter that I'm thinking of, we will need to get our Pyromancy Flame up to the max level that Laurentius here can upgrade it to, I believe. And then we will meet another NPC who can give us even better pyromancies and upgrade our Pyromancy Flame even more. And she resides down in the worst part of Blighttown for some reason. But we can't meet her until we fully upgrade our Pyromancy Flame. So unfortunately, we won't be able to do this all in one trip. We will have to go back down to Blighttown at some point. But that's okay. Once we unlock the shortcut, things will be a little easier. But for now, let's focus on getting back to Blighttown, shall we? It's a bit of a trek. But we're newly fortified with upgraded weapons. Now, you may be wondering why I haven't... Oh, you just Estus. That's funny. You may be wondering why I haven't upgraded our bow at all, even though I use it so much. It's because this short bow is not the bow I want to upgrade. It's the same reason I'm not upgrading any of our armor. I intend to replace it at some point in the future, and so it's not worth spending the resources on. Now, we could go get the bow that I want to replace the short bow with right now. But it is a fair way through a completely different zone. Oh, the Hollow Warrior Helm. Worthless. It is a fair way through, if I remember right, one of the other zones. Now, watch me be completely wrong, and we could easily get it right now. And to be honest, it's not that important. The bow's main purpose is to lure enemies. Doing damage is secondary. I will always focus on upgrading my melee weapons, my shields, my armor, or my spell casting item, like the Pyromancy Flame, over upgrading my ranged weapon. Ranged weapon comes last in that list of priorities. Because, like I said, doing damage is its secondary purpose. Now we just have to run our way back through this little gauntlet, back to our shortcut. But that's okay. Now that all the butchers and stuff are dead, really the only thing we have to worry about is the dogs and the slimes in that hallway. Because it is very likely I will get impatient and not want to fight them. But, now that I think about it, now that we have the pyromancy flame and our fireball, we should be able to take out those slimes with ease. So, when you're going through the depths for the first time, it may be worthwhile for you, as soon as you rescue Laurentius, to go back to Firelink and get the pyromancy flame before advancing through the depths. That way you can use it on the slimes. But since I didn't remember that they were weak to fire, I had to look that up on the wiki. And there's no shame in using the wiki, as long as you're not spoiling stuff for yourself. I would only use the wiki for areas that you have already gone through, to avoid spoilers. If you're looking up specific enemies, you might be fine, but honestly, if you're going through the game for the first time, probably just avoid the wiki. But there's no shame in using it on subsequent playthroughs to find things that you might have missed, like enemy weaknesses you never figured out, or strategies that you never tried. There's a lot of very valuable resources on the wiki. Ah, here's a good place to demonstrate more clearly. With the rusted iron ring on, this water doesn't slow us down one bit. Handy. And we just need to make our way back through. Get to our bonfire. Oh, there's a slime up there. Don't forget about him. Don't forget about this fella. Now, there's one more. Or, I think that was him. Yep, there's one more at the end of the hallway. And a bunch of slimes. You know, come to think of it, it may have made more sense to shoot the ones at the end of the hallway first, because they won't be able to get to us as quickly. But, well, I didn't do that. So now they're coming. And goddammit, it's very difficult to discern which part of this fucking thing is the hitbox and which part is just gonna hit the wall instead, because they're like kind of clipped into it. Oh god. As you can see, very weak to fire. They do not like it. They do not like the fire. And the fireball does have an area of effect, so if you're careful, you can hit multiple of them at once with it. And you do not have to lock on to throw it. You can sort of aim the fireball. But there's not like a reticle or anything you can use. You just sort of have to eyeball it by moving the camera around, and that does change the angle at which you throw it. Like, if you see, I could throw it much farther if I look up, like this. But it's really difficult to aim. It's something you have to practice a lot. There are some people who can accurately hit those fireballs without locking on every single time. I'm not one of them. I did use pyromancy a lot in PvP, but not really the fireball spells. I mostly used Great Combustion and the other combustion that we'll see later that I don't want to spoil. Because even by telling you the name, it kind of raises some questions that I need to would require me to explain some lore you're not supposed to know yet, and it's best if you just see it when I get to it. But what I had was multiple copies of Great Combustion on my PvP character that I would use to... Don't get hit by the slime up there. That I would use to basically deal with people whose main strategy was to run up to you and try to basically stun lock you. Great Combustion was really good against them because they didn't really have any finesse. They just run straight up to you, so they have no real chance of avoiding it. I haven't shown you Combustion yet, but basically all it does is it creates a little tiny fire, like fire burst right in front of you. Damn it. There we go. Great Combustion has a bigger one, but the trade-off is, even though it has very short reach, it does a lot of damage, especially on a fully upgraded Pyromancy Flame. Dung Pie! You heard that right. We've... Could have sworn I heard something running up on us. Turns enemy toxic, but also affects player. Atrocious fecal waste material. Throw at enemy to build up toxins, but also builds up your toxicity. Although the stench makes it difficult to carry on one's person, turning an enemy toxic inflicts high damage over a period of time. And that's true. Toxic is very strong. It's like poison, but it does way more damage. And it requires a special item, the blooming purple moss clump, to get rid of it. Because poison doesn't really naturally go away. Well, that's not true. It naturally goes away over time. Poison does have a duration, but it's usually longer than your health bar. If I'm remembering correctly. I might be completely wrong. I do that sometimes. Be wrong, I mean. Now this shield is not as good as our Black Knight shield for blocking stuff. But our main purpose with it is going to be blocking the blow darts of those fucking blow dart hollows, because they are the spawn of Satan, and they need to be dealt with. Now, we got overwhelmed by some enemies the last time we came through here. Yeah. These enemies, highly vulnerable to backstabbing. They're very slow. They can't really keep up with you as you circle around them. Take them down one at a time. Get your dung pies. What the fuck? You see that? Did you see that? Let's look at the... What? Oh. Damn it, we missed it. That, mutated hollow was running like a crazy man. Is he coming at us? Can he aggro from all the way over there? That'd be crazy if so. But I don't want to activate any other enemies that might be over there. We're going to take this slow, because, like I said, the last time we came through here, we got overwhelmed by these assholes. We're going to make use of the few advantages that we do have. Our bow, namely, to try and take them out one at a time. Instead of, you know, just blindly running forward and getting destroyed. Hello, sir. What? We can't actually aim down that far. If I fall down here, I'm gonna feel like a real idiot. Oh, he's coming at us. He'll probably get here sooner rather than later. What is that sound? I swear, I keep hearing footsteps behind us. Is that just an ambient sound effect put there to piss us off? Yeah, he's coming up the ladder to attack us. Well, that's one enemy that won't that we won't have to fight down there. We didn't even have to waste an arrow. This is how you do it. It may not be the most exciting way to play, but... Oh no, he got bored. He's leaving. God damn it. Oh well. Let me get rid of this barrier. Oh, we aggroed this fella. This fine gentleman. Wrong button. Now these guys have attack patterns I'm not used to. They don't use the same animations as the regular hollows, unfortunately, so I can't parry them as reliably. I wish I could. I probably could with some practice, but... I mean, I'm not going to subject you guys to that. I do like their funny running animations, though. They're very entertaining. They are just as weak to being backstabbed as every other hollow, though. Now, he's going to come running up here again, but I don't think he's actually going to... Now, one thing you'll notice... That Blighttown hollow is gone. I think the developers realized what bullshit the Blighttown hollows are. Because they don't respawn. So once you kill them, they're gone. You don't have to worry about them anymore. Which is a godsend, frankly. Because those guys are bastards. No, he's going back down again. Can I hit him with an arrow? Hitboxes. We're going to have to blindly wander over here. Is he coming? I see that guy. That's not a guy, that's just a texture. It's dark down here. I can't tell what I'm looking at. Uh-oh. I meant to get that other guy, but... Oh well, he's stuck, so he won't be coming here for a bit. Aha! Here's another type of undead hollow. He has a human body as a weapon for some reason. Now, we have managed to aggro all three of these guys again. But staggered a bit, at least. So that we didn't have to fight them all at the exact same time. One-on-one, they're not that scary. What do these guys drop? Oh, just a soul of lost undead. Normal stuff. Now, that guy that came up behind us last time, where is he? I think he's further down. Yeah, that guy. There he is. Now, I would like to get to the first bonfire before I end this video, but that might make it kind of a long video, to be honest. I don't remember where the first bonfire is, but I don't think it's particularly soon, to be honest with you. Now, who else is down there? I don't know. It's possible that going down here may be a mistake. But I saw an item and I want it. I don't remember what it is. We are getting into the territory where I'm going to start forgetting stuff. Oh, that's just a soul item. That's good to get. Because Blighttown and the depths are probably the areas I remember the least about, because they're the areas that I like to play through the least. My favorite areas are the ones that I remember the most about, obviously, because they're the ones that I remember most fondly. Whereas Blighttown is kind of a pain in the ass, so I've blocked it from my memory like trauma. See, how am I supposed to parry that with all that delay on it? I can partial parry him, but that's just purely on reflex. I don't have any muscle memory for these guys, not like the other enemies. But, you know. Oh, God. Yeah, I forgot about that. The wibbly wobbly bridges. Gotta love them. No! Oh, thank God. I recognized he was doing the grab attack at the last second. This is one of the reasons I love the longsword. we can just stab at these guys from a distance. Don't need to get too close and put ourselves in danger. Now, I know the next bonfire is somewhere. Which way? Which way? I don't remember. This is a part of the Blighttown that you actually get to skip if you skip the depths, like I do. You don't have to do this half of Blighttown. You basically skip half the area. I think that will break if we drop down on it. Like that part right there. I'm not sure if that's correct, but I know there are areas here where you can break the boards and die. Because you'll fall. There it is. There is the bonfire. Now, to get to it, there is an item over there as well. But we want to get to that bonfire. Now, let's see. There's an enemy there. We want to lure him. If we can. He's hiding in a pot. It was not a very effective hiding spot. Okay, that was the grapple. I didn't recognize it. But luckily he did not manage to catch us with it. He's doing the grapple. Now, these are normal hollows, just like the ones that we found up in the Undead Burg, for example. But the Blighttown is just so fucked up and toxic that it mutates you into like a horrible creature just from living here. We need to get down there. That... Oh God, dogs. You can hear them. You can hear them coming for us. Oh, I don't like the dogs. I may have to split this episode into multiple parts. No! I thought one had gotten up here somehow. No, okay, it's down there. Okay, there's those stairs. Okay, that's how you get down there. Okay, that ladder. Okay, I think I can... Oh, God, the dogs. Oh, I'm getting dog PTSD all over again. You thought the dogs in the fucking lower Burg were bad. These are the real bastards. And because they're in this really inconvenient area, I'm going to cheese them. Is this fair? No. They have no chance of attacking me back. I can just shoot at them all day. I don't care. Call me a coward if you want, but I am an alive coward. Oh boy. Yeah, I remember this part. Okay, that goes... Okay, we made it to the first bonfire. Oh boy. Blighttown sure is a hoot. But we will explore more of it. What the fuck is that? Oh, that is a... I think that sound is a blow dart hollow firing at us. At the bonfire. Man, fuck Blighttown. We'll see more of it in the next episode, though. I'll see you guys next time.